Paul, you've been anxious to get out here for a couple of weeks now. Doc said you've been trying to slip into practices. What was it like your first full practice, 5-on-5, everything today?
It was good. It was good. You know, I haven't played 5-on-5 organized since May, so used to 3-on-3s. The court was a lot smaller today, having full 5-on-5. So I think just catching rhythm, finding my rhythm again with a full, 10 guys on the floor. But I felt good, to say the least.
Do you feel ready to return?
I still got some stuff to, it's just from a health standpoint, I feel great. But I think just rhythm, especially where these guys are at right now in the season, they're flowing right now. So, I just want to come in with an easy transition.
What's your internal expectation of when you hope to return?
Hopefully soon.
Paul, you're a couple games in, already making history, being part of history tonight. How does it feel to be a part of this moment?
I mean, it's great. It's great. For me, it's dream come true. Be able to do this at home in front of family, friends. Just so many faces out there that's rooting and pulling for me. I'm happy. I'm happy where I'm at.
Paul, over here, you and Kawhi both, being from the LA area. What do you think this, and you guys teaming up, what do you think this means for, the youth in the city that get to grow up and see you guys play every day?
I think, it means a lot. Both of us aren't guys that were big, names coming up. We worked for where we're at right now. We put a lot of time, and we approach the game differently. We value playing on both ends. So I think in a big city like this, we got a lot of guys and hopefully a lot of kids that can look at just the way we approach this game and taking pride in being a lead on both ends.
Paul, what was it like going up against your former team tonight?
It's fun. It was fun. It's any other game, but it was fun just to see familiar faces, share some laughs, and just have good competition. I thought it was just great competition all across the board.
Paul, this is you right here. First game of many, but how would you assess your first time playing with Kawhi on the court, your chemistry together on the court?
I thought it was good. I thought defensively that came natural, that came easy, and then offensively I thought we were great. I thought we are still trying to get in sync with everybody else. Great thing about myself and Kawhi, it doesn't matter. We're gonna play basketball. We're gonna try to make the right plays and play off one another and just keep the game flowing. So I thought in that aspect we were good.
Well, how fun was it to fulfill the dream that playing with Kawhi for now a couple of years you've been wanting to play and now you fulfill that? How fun was it to get on the court with him and play tonight?
It was fun. It was fun. It was fun to see what this team would look like on the defensive end, and then offensively, it was fun to see how we could play off each other. Fact of the matter is, we're gonna have growing pains, and I think the most positive thing about this team was we understood that. Nobody was pointing fingers. Nobody was, dropping their heads in huddles. Nobody was, at no point was this team ever dysfunctional. We understand, and we understood we're going to have growing pains. We're going to make mistakes. It's not going to be pretty right now, but I think what you saw is a team that's, whatever the case may be, we're going to find a way to win.
Paul over here. Obviously, this is the first game playing with Kawhi, but what were your impressions defensively on how you guys kind of looked tonight and kind of your thoughts going forward on kind of things you might have to improve upon, kind of getting in with the new lineup?
I thought we was great. You put myself, Pat, Kawhi, Mo out there, Trez. I thought we was great. Again, it's all learning. We all figuring this out. For y'all expect us to be at a certain level, but we know we're going to get there. Fact of the matter is we're winning while we're learning, and that's what you want to see out of us.
So this is a question for both you guys. On that last play, you guys were both involved in defending James on that last play, and Doc has said to us earlier that you guys haven't been. He's putting you guys on James late or Russ late, but because you're not quite there yet defensively, or you're not quite there, you're both managing injury situations. Where are you defensively? Like where are you comparison now to where you will be eventually?
I mean, you know, I'm still building those defensive legs. You know, just being able to move, get down, playing through fatigue, building my stamina up. All of that is kind of going into effect right now. But, you know, I think late in year, especially going down the stretch in playoffs, myself and Kawhi will be ready for those matchups.
Did you guys already talk about Luka Doncic? Because you and Kawhi both used the exact same terminology to describe him. Like when Brad asked you those questions.
Really?
Yeah, you both called him the head of the snake. It was like,
no,
are you just there yet?
Yeah. I think we just there. We just there. He sent me a text saying somebody was going to ask me about that. No, I think we both just understand the game. We understand. We know the dynamics of this, and we know where his game is taking it, where he's taking his game. So, you know, Dallas, you know, they're with their, you know, talent-wise, I think they're really performing higher than, you know, I think people would expect, and he's the reason for it. He's really doing everything. So, I mean, I've been watching, I've been keeping up and kind of following, you know, what he's been doing, and he's doing it. He's in MVP conversations right now. So, it's kind of hard to not, you know what's going on in Dallas.
Hi. So the whole country of Japan actually was waiting to see you and Rui match today. Would you please tell us what you thought about playing with Rui today?
He's a good rookie, really good rookie. You know, it was great to see him for the first time. You know, we've seen a lot of rookies now. But, you know, he definitely stood out as, you know, one of the better players and probably one of the best players in the long run in his class. I mean, you got Ja and Zion and R.J. Barrett, but he's right up there with those guys from a talent level. You saw flashes. You know, he could shoot the three, strong body, great attacker, kind of a combo wing. You know, he's a defender. He's got a lot going in a high ceiling, and you know, it looked like he's one of the young guys that want it.
Paul, looking ahead, you guys have Portland on Tuesday. You played with Carmelo Anthony before he was that sort of year-long absence for him. What's it like to see him back in the league after that year-long absence, and you know, what does it mean to you after that? Yeah.
I mean, it's great. It's great. I just hate how, you know, first game Melo came back, the whole media was his plus minus was this, and him being on the floor, the Portland generated this, and then now he's playing well, and the media is 3 games straight where he's did this and that. Like I just hate the narratives that's created by, you know, him being back. Melo has been a great player. He's going to be a great player. He's playing terrific from start to finish. And I think it was you know, shout out to Portland for, you know, opening that door back up for Melo and you know, prologuing his career.
Kawhi, looking ahead, you guys have Portland on Tuesday. What just your thoughts on seeing Carmelo Anthony back in the league, and he's playing pretty well his first couple games with Portland.
You know, I'm happy for him. He wanted to get back and play. He's able to get an opportunity, get a chance to go out there and, you know, pretty much be himself. And, you know, I'm just happy for him that, you know, he was able to get back in the NBA. It's well-deserved. I don't think he was treated the right way, how they left him out there being a future Hall of Famer. As you can see, he's still running up and down the floor. So he's still got a lot of basketball left. I mean, it's just going to be a fun matchup. for us. Another competitive game.
Paul over here. Melo spoke very glowingly about you and Kawhi's support that you guys showed the other day when you were talking about him. Can you just speak about what it was like to actually see him on the floor tonight, be able to play against him, and kind of how it feels for you guys to all have like that level of camaraderie together as players?
Yeah, it's great. It's great. I think, it just shows the level of respect we have for Melo, and, what he's done for this league, who he's been to us in this league. But it was great to share the court with him again. We were out there. We had laughs. We competed. We battled. It felt like old times of having him on the court. But it's great. I think it's great for the league. And, I'm going to always have his support and be happy for him.
Paul, over here. The other day at practice, Doc said that you guys were a great one-on-one defense team, but not yet a great connected unit defensively. Tonight, you held the Suns under 100 points. Is this more of an indication of like the team that you guys can be defensively when you guys really lock in as a team?
Yeah, I think we've showed it on occasions. We've showed a unit that's locked in defensively, and we've showed that we've had flashes. It's all about consistency and finding that and continuing it out. Again, we're not where we want to be, but if we show flashes and we see what we can be, the potential, we'll get there.
Teams often put such an emphasis on stopping Harden from scoring. He is the top scorer in the league, so rightly so. But do you think at times teams sometimes can lose sight that Russ is a prolific scorer and needs to be paid attention to as well, like tonight?
Yeah, we didn't forget it. Russ is definitely, he was a highlight for us tonight. It wasn't that we were focusing mainly on James. Russ just had a good night. Russ was aggressive. He made plays. He hit some big shots. But it wasn't that the game plan was to focus solely on James. We knew this is a two-headed monster when you're playing the Rockets.
You played against Russ, obviously, in the past, and you played with him. Tonight, was that ultra aggressiveness you speak about? Was that something different, or was that kind of to be expected?
Yeah, that's Russ. That's how Russ plays. Russ is aggressive, start to finish. He's going to look for his shots. He's going to look to make plays. I thought Russ was Russ, but he just hit some big shots. And he just, he pushed the tempo and he changed the game with how he started the third.
Was it kind of fun to play with him this time around? Since you know him, you got him a couple times too.
Yeah. No, it's gonna always be fun. It's deeper than basketball. We all SoCal kids. We've got a bunch of games under our belts, whether it's pickups, league games. It's always fun whenever we can match up against each other.
Doc said that he felt you guys lost your composure in the fourth with the techs and the ejections. How did you view the emotion down the stretch of this game?
We did. That's on myself, being one of the veterans on the team. Just changing the focus, gearing it towards finishing the game, getting good shots, good looks, and taking that focus off of the officiating. That's on me. And we'll be better. That's we're a work in progress. We're still learning how to close games out. It's gonna come though.
Paul, not necessarily yours, but just as a team, especially in that last 5 minutes. How do you feel about the quality of shots that you guys got? Do you think you could have got some better looks and been more patient, or did you get the looks that you wanted?
I think with the guys we got, they're good looks. We got guys that very, very accustomed to making, whatever shots they are, whether they're contested or uncontested. We got those guys on our side that can make those and are comfortable shooting those. So, I thought we got good looks. I thought we had a couple possessions where we turned it over, and those were the possessions I think because they came down and they scored on a couple of them. I think those were the ones that kind of, changed the momentum of the game.
Over here, you guys get a chance to get a couple of days off and, get in the gym and have some practice time. What are some things that you think need to be some points of emphasis for you guys to improve upon?
I think just us being on the floor, like we got to get after it. We got to play. We got to learn. You know, these cleanups that we have in game needs to be done in practice. So I think we just challenge each other. You know, use those practice days to challenge each other, and you know, sharpen us up. I think we had a couple days kind of digested and mourn from it. You know, so fact of the matter is, anytime we do a tribute or we honor Kobe, it's going to be emotional, period. But I don't think it had an effect on tonight. I mean, well, they contacted me to do it, and why would I turn that down?
Hey, Paul, what's it like dealing with the minute restriction, and what have they told you moving forward on what the plan is with it?
I mean, just see how it goes from here. Obviously, this is first game back in a while. We didn't want to kind of push the gas all the way and floor it. You know, it's taking my time back into it, working me back into it, and going from there.
Was tonight's game more therapeutic as far as having something else to focus on versus what the events that transpired several days ago?
Yeah, you know, I think from this point on, I mean, it's always going to be tough. It just is what it is, especially being here in LA. It's always going to be tough. I think every time we're in this arena and, you know, being reminded of him just being in the rafters, you're always going to have a reminder. But, you know, it's we have to move on. We got to, you know, continue to do what we got to do and, you know, continue just to be uplifting and again, move forward. Yeah.
Do you feel like you're starting to develop a rhythm offensively, kind of with the guys out on the floor? It seems like, you know, kind of in the second half, you got into a rhythm and a flow and things started to open up a little bit more for you.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not shooting the ball as well as I want, but I'm getting the shots I want, and I think that's the best. And what all I can ask for at this point is just getting to a good flow of where my shots is going to come from. Now it's just, you know, repetition of knocking those shots down. So that's a good thing. But I think as a group, we're getting great quality looks. The more, again, we're out there, the more we play, the more all that time and stuff will be cleaned up.
You kind of just spoke on it, but just how cool is it for you to have one of your best friends, you know, always around? And as well as Marcus, can you just speak about what they bring to the team more so off the court than on the court?
Yeah, it's great. It felt like I knew Marcus because I played with Markeith last year. So I felt I knew Marcus a little bit already. And, you know, we've competed against each other. We've had a great deal of respect going against each other. So, you know, it was great adding the Warrior to the team. And then Reg is awesome, you know, somebody I became close with, spent, you know, multiple and countless days and hours with, you know, him being around my family, my kids, my parents. He is actually family to us now. So it's dope to have someone that close to you, you know, on the same journey as me. We talked about this years down the road of having the opportunity to play with one another. And, you know, it's awesome in this setting right here that we get to do it.
Paul, Reggie was kind of saying he's coming in here and he doesn't feel like he's obligated to kind of carry a lot of load. He can just fit right in and it's easy, and that it's actually feels like that for the rest of the team, and that you guys are all sort of in the same place and the same age and kind of have done what you've done, and now see this opportunity. Do you feel that? Do you think guys kind of, like as far as roles go, kind of following up on what you said?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, everybody has kind of been established with our main guys. For me, I just want to impact winning. I've been a high scorer in this league, you know, and that's not what motivates me. You know, and I think everybody, you know, has one agenda at this point in their career, and that's to win. And you see it. I mean, everybody is out there trying to affect winning. You know, you would have thought Pat had 40 tonight. The way he was grinning and smiling and just having fun with the game. And that's what it's about. I tip my hat to Pat. Every night I go out there because it's contagious. When you got a guy that plays to win and doesn't care what his stats look like. It changed me. Like, I just want to go out there and hoop. You know, I don't care what happens, if I make shots, if I miss. As long as I'm impacting winning and we come out with a win, that's all that matters.
Hey, Paul, will you elaborate on the chippiness of tonight's game, the physicality? Did you feel like a playoff atmosphere almost? And how you feel you guys responded to that?
I mean, it's two of the top teams in the West. It's what you're going to get, two teams that know what the goal is. And we can definitely take something from them.
Was there anything that the Lakers did defensively that caused the Clippers to struggle with ball movement, player movement?
Nah.
Is that something that just kind of happens sometimes where the ball gets stuck?
It's just one of those games. You know, again, they played well today. It's one of those games.
When you and the team are on a nice roll, you're on a nice winning streak getting toward the end of the year, and you come up against the Lakers in a big game and you don't win. How jolting, how much, is it a setback? What's the feeling like after this one?
Good. I mean, it's hard to beat any team 3 times in a row in this league. I mean, y'all know that. It just is what it is. They beat us in the 3rd game. We got another one. It doesn't set us back. You know, they played. They were the team that, you know, really wanted it, and they went and got it today. We got to play them one more time. But, you know, life goes on. We're not down about it. Just keep it rolling.